Hey guys, what is up? ramjoseph.staana here and photographer. I'm here today to tell you, and I'm gonna get straight to you, why you're gonna use a 35mm. I'm actually using a medium manual lens. So let's begin. First of all, when you're using a 35mm, is such a great lens to use because of its naturality. For me, I use a 35mm for most of my wedding photography because of the the art and the natural sight when actually our eyes are like a 35mm, and when you see a photo it's like you're there as well. And I love using this lens. This is the 7 Artisans. No, actually it's the risepary 35mm. I have a 7 Artisans 25. It's right there, and I'm using it right now for this vlog. So I mostly use this lens for portrait shots and most of my slight video shots because of its low aperture. The aperture of this lens, I mean not that lens. I mean this lens is a 1.2, and it's a prime lens. It goes up to 1.2 to a maximum 16 aperture, and it can go really wide with that, and it's very helpful when you're in low light situations. What do I love about this lens? It's small and compact. We have actually big lenses that are really big, and when you put them in your bag they become very heavy. This guy here is actually, it's this small. I'm a small person and as you can see, it's just the grip of my hand, almost just a grip in my hand. And I just love using this lens. I just love bringing it around with me. It's easy to bring. It's lightweight, although it is a full metal build. It does get it's not too heavy, but it's worth bringing around every time. So not like my 18 to 55. It's like this. It's this big. I don't know if you can see it. It's this big, and it's quite sometimes a hassle to bring. But this small's not actually. But the bigger lenses, like my Canon here, is actually very big compared to the Canon lenses I have. But going back to Fuji, I just love this lens. This goes into my Fujifilm X-T1, which I am vlogging in right now, and I love using this lens. It's such a great lens to use. Do I recommend it to anybody else? To everyone? User, it's great. It's such a great lens. You can go with a 50, it's fine, but when you put it to a APS-C sensor, especially when you go to X-T1 and X-T3 or X-T4, you get actually a more longer lens like 85. But when you go to a 35, it actually goes to a 50mm, and it's a nice arsenal. It's actually a nice lens to have in your bag, a 35mm, and I love using 35. I have a Fujifilm here, which is actually the X100, and I love using this camera, this little guy, and I bring it around everywhere I go. I put in a 50mm with it, but I usually put a 50mm on it. The most amazing thing I like about the 35, it's small and compact, one of the things, and the actual bokeh it gives, especially for this risepary, is such a great thing. You can go with f2 35 fujinon. It's actually, and why do I use a 35? It's kind of my style. It's kind of also my way of taking photography. I do street photography, but I have also incorporated my street photography into the weddings, because when you're a photographer in a wedding, you shouldn't be like you're not like the star of the show, or you shouldn't like get in the way. You're like in the background taking photos of the moment, especially that they don't see, the bride and groom don't see, or a different angle that the bride has never imagined. It's such an amazing thing to have the 35mm. And do I recommend it? Yeah, you could go with 35. It's such a great lens to use. If you can get one of these cheap ones like this manual, these cheap ones can actually go the aperture can really go low, so 1.2 at a very low price. Yeah, where's the cow?
Hey guys, thank you for watching all the way here. If you have watched it all the way here, thank you very much. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe. It'll help the channel and me and you for more information about Fujifilm. Thank you guys. God bless. Love you.